This is Whispering Whim, bringing you another grocery haul today. I am a little sick, but it was kind of like now or never as far as getting a video done. So we're gonna try our best to keep a nice even tone so that everybody can enjoy themselves. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First up is this little clothing set. My boss is, she has a baby who's 1 year old, just turned one, and they're having a birthday party this weekend. So I confess, I didn't spend a lot of time searching for like the perfect piece. I just kind of wanted to get in and get out, but it's not terrible, right? Next up is our giant bag of broccoli. And this month I decided to finally try out the super bargain meat that Sam's Club offers. It was $15 for 6 pounds, so not a terrible price. I usually get the kind that's in the big package because it's redder and it just looks more appetizing. But everything I've read says there's nothing wrong with meat that's, served this way, so we're gonna give it a go. And the one thing I do like about that type of meat is that the packaging it comes in is also the packaging that I can freeze it in, whereas with the big stuff you have to divide it into bags, so maybe that'll reduce my waste just a tiny bit. Although I have been washing out my sandwich bags and my Ziplocs, trying to get extra uses out of them. To go with all of that ground beef, we have a 3-pack of spaghetti sauce. You can see in the background, I have a giant bag of bubbly water. Help me stay on my diet, right? Every little bit helps. And speaking of diet food, avocados are like my now go-to filler fruit, if you will. If I make like hamburgers for my guy, I'll cook up a patty and then I'll add some avocado and some like crispy strings. And I don't miss the bun too much when I do that. So it's kind of a good thing, right? Next up, we have a nice giant bag of pistachios. Nuts are a great form of alternative protein, right? Because I try not to get all of it from meat. And then I bought 2 more of these pre-cooked chicken breasts. $4 for, let's see here, it looks like I got 3 pounds worth of chicken. So that's not too bad. And I chop it all ahead of time, right? And put some in the freezer, some in the fridge, and it's really convenient. Although it doesn't work in every situation. So one of these days I'm going to have to buy one of the big packs of regular chicken again. In this one lonely Walmart bag, I got myself a new protein shake bottle. It has the little metal ball that you put in there and then you can shake to help mix the protein powder. And I'm going to try a new protein powder mix. I'm going to have to look online to see if there's an option. I wish you could like buy a sample pack of different brands that had like 1 or 2 servings in it, because it's really hard to find a protein shake that I like. I did like, I was using those Premier proteins that were pre-mixed, right? And I do like them. I like the flavor of them, but they don't keep. So if I like drink half the bottle and I screw it back on and I don't get to the other half of the bottle within I'd say 6 hours or so, it starts to get a weird taste. It's kind of like a garlicky taste is how I would describe it, which is not something you want from a sweet tasting shake, right? So rather than try to force myself to drink it all at once, I'm gonna switch to the powder and see how that goes. Next up, got some dressing. I already bought lettuce a little earlier in the week because I was gonna go grocery shopping last week and do my video then, but that's when I first started getting sick, so I put it off and I stayed sick, so what can you do? Also have some cheese spread slice wheel thing. I enjoy this stuff a lot. Next up, we've got butter and some pepper jack cheese and some more cheese, because you know we love our cheese around here. And I think there's even more, but it's not on top. So next thing I'll show you is some snap peas or sugar peas, depending on how your grocery store likes to label them. These are really tasty. I trim off the edges, right, because that part's a little stringy and rough. And then I do a process which is called chocking, where you boil them really briefly and then you put a lot of cold water on top of them. And the sudden temperature change helps maintain the color and the texture. And then after that, I saute them in butter and garlic. So not as healthy as they could be, but very, very tasty when prepared that way. Following that, we've got a whole bunch of jalapeno peppers and some celery. Continuing on the cheese boat, we've got some Parmesan. Following that, I got some hot dogs and a little pack of carrots. And I regret buying a little pack. I'm not sure what I was thinking, because, you know, I usually get the big bag. And I was worried, I guess, that we were getting tired of carrots. So I got a little one, and I just know that's not even gonna last us a week. Oh well. And then finally for this bag, we've got the ever popular pepper bacon, which was on sale this week for only $4 per pound. I kind of get one of the premium brands, and it's usually like $7 a pound. So that was quite a discount. Moving right along, I'll go ahead and jump into my giant Disney bag here. First up, some paper towels. Next up is some sesame crackers. This is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine, because I've been trying to go very low carb, right? But you know, a couple of these with that cheese spread, and it's just the most delicious thing. I think mainly because I limit it so much, it's extra appetizing, right? And then some mini muffins for the boys' lunch. My boys' lunch. There we go. And in that same vein, we got some chewy nut bars that are chocolate almond. And a new item. Nature Valley has these little snack packs. Has pretzels, honey oat pieces, and peanut butter flavored peanuts, which is slightly suspicious because peanut butter should be flavored like peanuts, not the other way around. But they should be tasty, I think. I think the idea is that they've coated it in a sweet flavoring, right? Probably. Also, for his lunches, I got an extra treaty treat, Milano cookies. And the reason why this is like extra treat-like, if you will, is that I also love these things. So I try not to keep them in the house because they're a big temptation for me. But I decided we would test me this month apparently, and I got him some of my favorite cookies. Next up, some hamburger buns. Think you can use your imagination on what those are for. And some tortillas for some yummy, yummy tacos. And of course I got taco seasoning. I've been making tacos often enough that I might have to just buy the bulk spices and start using those. Because even though this is only like 54 cents, I bet you that's a pretty big markup if I were to just go out and buy the seasonings. And then I'd have it forever. We got some peppercorn and garlic marmalade. And next up, the slightly smushed looking bag of strawberry donuts. And let's see here. Some pastaroni. And there should be one more pastaroni. And they're upside down because if I were to turn them over, that'd be way too noisy for the video. Next up, got some cherry mixed fruit for the lunches. And some 4 cheese and herb Triscuit. They were out of the garlic flavor, so I'm sure he'll enjoy this one just as much. And then next up, I got not one, but 2 of these home-style chicken stocks. They have a nice, very chickeny flavor, whereas a lot of broths taste more like vaguely chicken salt. These are still salty, don't get me wrong, but they seem more authentic. And I've been making my own soups a lot lately. It's a little cheaper and I can control how many calories and carbs go into it easier, since most canned soups have a lot of noodles, right? That's a cheap filler for them. And these were on sale for only $1 a piece. And I can get quite a few soups out of all of that, so it seemed like a worthwhile investment. Finishing off the Disney bag, we have some rocket apples. I don't know what rocket flavor tastes like, but I'm always down to try like a new species or subspecies of apple. I think my favorite right now is Honeycrisp, although I do like Galas and Golden Delicious, right? And then I also have 1 clove or 1 head of garlic. And with that, we're down to our last bag. First item in that bag is a big old thing of aluminum foil. I was reading the other day about how you can wash your foil and reuse it, and I am all down for reusing things when possible. But usually if I'm using this stuff, it's something that's like very sticky and caramelized and just, I don't know. I think I just have to throw the stuff away, you know? Probably not a big surprise, but I got some spaghetti noodles, right? And I finally got my avocado coconut oil blend. I find that the more I cook with olive oil, the more I don't dislike it all the time, but there's certain foods that I don't like the flavor of olive oil on. And I really enjoy this stuff. But normally it's the first thing I sacrifice when I'm trying to be very budget-minded. It's like $7 for a jar, which isn't terrible, but you know. But I decided to just go for it today and get the stuff that I really wanted. Last but not least, we have 2 cans of white beans to make a nice, delicious white chili with jalapenos and chicken and garlic and just a touch of cream, right? It's a very hearty decadent kind of a meal. And you know, beans are a good source of protein. So, and with that, we're already at the end of my grocery haul for today. It was a little short because, like I said, I had to just go get something last week to kind of cover us until I was well enough to go shopping this week. Best laid plans, right? Shout out to Manny B and Apple Tree, among many, many other wonderful commenters. You guys really make my day, so thank you very much. And that's pretty much it, right? So I hope you had a good time and you're nice and relaxed, and I'll see you next time. Nighty night.